Hi folks, welcome to 5 o'clock. It is Saturday, August 16th. It is 75 degrees and 74 degrees and not fully charged and 22.1 degrees Celsius. So, whilst I'm trying to do absolutely nothing today, nothing worthwhile, nothing practical, nothing to move the ball down the track, I threw a recoil starter on this thing. The one nice thing about having a Hoard is, and being a hoarder, anytime you see something you may need, you have a tendency to acquire it. So a lot of times I'll see these things with a buy it now on eBay for some unbelievably low price, like 45 bucks or 35 bucks or $29.95 with postage included. And if they're complete and functional, that is a steal. These typically a decent deal for a completely redone or functional recoil starter, somewhere around 100. So if I could get them for dramatically less money than that, I just buy them because I'm always using them. Obviously I have a bunch of 200S's. So here we are. It's off the truck now. I think, don't know, but I think this is Miss December. I think. This supposedly is the last bike I'm allowed to buy this year. Let's write that down somewhere. Starting, front tire, good. Some minor cracking. It might be the original front tire. Front brake, the handle's busted. I gotta replace that. But it does seem to work. I was fooling with it before. Front plastic, you can see the crack in the front here with the repair, but the bottom is good, not faded. Headlight, I'll show you that in a minute. It doesn't come on and the front is pushed in, or the top is pushed in, but it is there. Throttle's good, and good. Handlebars. As I was kind of cruising it around, I'm thinking there might be a slight tuck here. This might be slightly back. As I was throwing it around, you know, I just took it for a rip snort around the property, and it felt like this one was a little far back. Could be me, but back brakes work. Back handle's good, even has the brake lock. Grip good. Turns on and off with the switch. Seems to start easy. I'm not using the compression release. No smoke. Nothing. I just had it beating around the property. Sounds good. You know, a little bit of timing chain valve noise, but it really sounds pretty good. Gas tank, really in nice shape. You got a small dent here, but stickers actually look pretty good for its age. Right, no dents here. Got a slight weeping right there. Let's get a little weepage right there. Inside looks real nice. I mean, it's a $150 gas tank. Seat has been recovered, and you know, Johnny come stapler really let it have it. No toolkit, right? Nor top nor bottom. I didn't check the air cleaner yet. I normally like to do this before I ride them too much, right? One doesn't want to suck up every bug this side of the Mississippi. I normally like to take a quick look in here, see what I'm dealing with, if they have an air cleaner in or aftermarket, or what kind of shape it's in. Because the worst thing you can do to an engine is ingest bad things. Yeah, they have the screen on there, the bug screen, so that has to be improved. Trunk is, well, plastic, right? The lower's there. I could probably cut something out and fill that in. I could probably dig up the flaps, the mud flaps that go on there. Trunk is there. Sticker's not horrible for its age. Headlight and backlight do not work. He says all the tires hold air. I've only had it for a few hours, so I don't know. The rims aren't great. It shifts good, but this might be the wrong shifter for it. I seem to be having trouble getting my foot under there and shifting it. Maybe it's just these boots, I'm not used to them. It seems to have the OEM ignition, muffler, carburetor. All those things are as they should be. The rear end, look at those rear end bolts. The bolts that hold that rear end on, they're still shiny. So that's really nice. The back brakes work. Front shocks seem to work. Still has the boots. Looks like he tranny fluided the side of the tires. They're not naturally that shiny, but the boots are in nice shape. So this was a Craigslist deal. It was $425. He had it for sale for quite a while. He's kind of in an isolated area, being at the corner of Pennsylvania, New York, and New Jersey there. I mean, not isolated as in nobody could ever get to him, but isolated as in, you know, for me, it was over an hour ride. Trying to grab one of my, there it is. That's exactly what I was afraid was going to happen, and it happened after all. This thing is not meant to be dropped on the floor like that. So, anyhow, one of my Hoarding Mayhem stickers. This is how a redneck fixes body damage. There you go. What do you think? Right? With the correct placement, you can hardly tell. I'm kidding, guys. But that's how a redneck fixes body damage. There you go. Redneck plastic repair. So it was $425. You guys frequently see when I buy these things, even as parts bikes, and you know, I've got a pretty good hoard of parts, and even with my hoard of parts and all, it's pretty hard to put one of these together for under that price, $4.25. Quite honestly, it's cheaper to go out and then buy it whole and running, as that one is. The only thing I did was bolt the recoil starter on it, and quite honestly, the I hate when a lot of compression. I hate when they're sticking out like that. It looks like a dog with its tongue hanging out, but there's no reason for it to be panting. Anyway, I put a recoil starter on there. I'm going to rebuild the old one. It'll probably cost me the, what does it need? It needs the dogs and the springs. It needs the copper washer. It needs the spring that puts, the long spring that puts tension on it. Also needs the butterfly springs. So the recoil starter, if I buy all the pieces, probably needs like $30 worth of stuff. I might, well, I know I have everything to rebuild it, but yeah, I mean, that one bike I picked up, it was the 200M that came with the wrong starter. The one that I bought from the guy just before the car show, or just after the car show. I don't know which, maybe it was Miss May, somewhere around there. It came with a bunch of 200S starter parts, so I probably have enough in that little hoard of starter parts that I bought to make it all go. Stoney, as you're doing this kind of stuff, you know, dumb little things. I ran across a guy at a flea market, and these are the bolts that hold the recoil starter on, and they really fit these things just about everywhere. So I just bought like a whole bag of them. Makes life much easier. These are the same bolts in stainless steel. Believe it or not, the reason why I bought them was because it says M6-1X 16 millimeter. And there's 8 of them in the bag. I needed those words to help me find these. Should I find a bag of them on eBay? Should I need more? Right, there's 6 of these. M6 by 1 by 25. You can see they're a bit longer. So dumb little things like this, if you when you could get your hot little hands on them, it just pays too. Particularly the nuts, bolts, hardware like that. There's nothing worse than finding a bike that somebody used half American hardware on and half the right hardware on. You go to take stuff apart and you go to put it together with the right hardware. Half the time it strips out. It's just really a mess. And you know, a good mechanic uses SAE bolts to replace SAE bolts and a metric bolt to replace a metric bolt. They don't thread the wrong ones in, unless once again they want a mess. So there it is. I think that is Miss December, and it is a Honda 200S. It is a 1985 model. I think you guys could see this, right? I could read it. How come you can't read it? Strange. Maybe it's just the screen not showing it up well. I don't know. Anyway, so it's a 1985 model, made 185. There's the other tag. So, there we have it. Folks, thank you for watching. Thank you for commenting. Thank you for subscribing. Go out and buy a bike. It's good for the economy. Take care now. Keep your feet down and your heads up, and we'll catch you all soon. Bye.